What happened while I was away?
Nothing interesting. Maybe besides the fact that Pavlichenko was sent off. He was already in poor condition. But you better tell me what is the secret mission Tupan assigned you.
I could tell you, but you wouldn't believe me anyway.
Oh, cut the crap, just tell me.
Okay, but keep your mouth shut, or they'll send me off to Lubyanka.
Sure thing, speak.
That big antenna marked as the pioneer camp on the maps. Do you remember?
Sure. It's a radar. I think its role is to warn about the American attack.
Well, listen. Tupin sent me to the radar unit to shoot it down. I mean, officially it was already off, but, you know, only officially.
And there was no one there to turn off the radar?
That's where the problem was. Those who were supposed to operate it deserted. Only one left, but he freaked out completely. I think he must have had some kind of nervous breakdown.
But why did he send you? Wasn't there someone more fitting?
How should I know? I think he trusts me, or something. Besides, he already has a file on me. He knows he can blackmail me using my family.
Yeah, right. But how was it? Did you meet that lunatic?
Kind of. The poor fellow wasn't alive when I found him. Probably his mental illness, exhaustion, radiation, everything piled up and his body couldn't stand it.
Could have been like that. Did you turn off the radar?
Yeah, but I had to really figure things out. The one who went mad set traps, hit parts of the mechanisms, built some riddles. I'm telling you, it was a farce.
Nice.
But there is more. It turned out the unit was taken over by the GRU. Tupin told me to avoid them at all costs. Something must have gone really wrong between the KGB and the military intelligence.
Oh, dude, that's a really fucked up story.
It was one of those moments when everything is so absurd that it seems unreal. You think you'll wake up soon.
There have been many moments like this here. Those who worked on the liquidation are not laughing in the circus.
True. I'm totally exhausted. Let me get myself together.
Sure thing, don't worry about me.
After several months of continuous struggle with radiation, it is finally time to close the sarcophagus that was meant to bury the remnants of the reactor. Nervous searches have begun. Research groups descended into the corridors of the fourth block to make an astonishing discovery. In many places, a strange substance was found, frozen like lava. It was suggested that this might have been a radioactive alloy of uranium and extinguishing materials used in the operation. The corium, as the substance was called, needs to be thoroughly examined. However, in order to do this, someone needs to take a sample. Without it, reaching the truth may be impossible. In order to obtain a sample with the appropriate parameters, one must reach the drip piece, which, due to its appearance and considerable mass, has been called the elephant's foot.
already on the +9?
Yes, I am. I just entered some kind of warehouse, I think.
Great. I will try to guide you step by step. I have plans for Block 4, but I don't know what the corridors look like after the explosion.
I expect some differences. The fourth block is already kinda different than its designers originally planned.
Don't be joking, Seriora. This is a serious matter.
I know. How's the communication?
We've installed a signal booster. The quality will be poor probably, but under favorable conditions, we should be able to maintain a connection.
Great. Where should I start?
You need to activate the elevators that are on the other side of the golden corridor.
So, we need to restore power to the elevator shafts.
Yes. Look for a fuse box. You'll find it in the technical room by the stairs.
I understand. Over and out. There's gotta be a door to the corridor somewhere. There's gotta be a door to the corridor somewhere. Nadia, the fuses are blown.
Do you have any spares?
Where the hell do you think I could get them from? What am I? An electrician? Nobody told me that they might be needed.
All right, listen. According to the blueprints, there should be devices powered by electric motors on this level. Take the fuses from them.
All right. I'll do it.
What does it look like up there? A lot of damage?
No. Here and there, panels dropped from the ceiling and the lockers fell over. But the control room is untouched.
This must do. I wonder what the situation is like here.
What's the point of this at all?
As a radiobiologist, I have to assess whether it's possible to stay here for an extended period of time.
After all, the whole Block 4 is supposed to be covered by the sarcophagus.
Yes, but the authorities want to reinstate the third block. The 3 and 4 share common systems. Someone will have to maintain and repair them.
It's absurd. The entire power plant should be shut down.
I agree, but this is not the time or place for criticism of the party.
You're right. So, are we parting ways again?
Not for long. I'll collect data, you'll collect samples, and we'll meet outside.
I wish it was that simple. Nadia, we've got a problem. The passage on the level 6 plus is flooded with water. That's probably water from the cooling system.
There is no time to localize the leak.
Wait. Maybe I'll try to start the pumps. There should be switches in this section. 3. No, 4. 4 switches.
Are you sure?
Yes. We have a similar system in our block. The problem is that everything is on fire here. The electrical installation must have gotten damp. When we restored the power, everything went to hell.
Can we put it out somehow?
I'll check. The most important part is to get the pumps up and running. Hopefully we can connect. Nadezhda, can you hear me?
I hear you. What's going on?
I'm stuck at the big door with an electric lock. Power failure in the section blocked the passage.
There was probably a short circuit here too. You need to find the fuse box and emergency switches.
Where should I look?
The box will be in a large room by the door leading to the main corridor. The switch will be in the room with the pressure tanks.
I'm going to find them. Over and out.
aren't you speaking up?
I am, but I haven't managed to do it.
Seryoja, come back now. I unlocked the door.
I haven't taken samples yet. This damn thing is too hard. Give me a moment more.
Leave those samples. I can hear you barely holding on. Come back immediately.
But everything will go to waste.
Shit will go to waste. You've unlocked the passage. Now we can send someone else. If you don't come back soon, I'll come there to get you myself.
Okay. Wait by the door.
Hold on, Seryoja.
Do something for me, Nadia.
Whatever you want, darling. Whatever you want.
Keep an eye on Fietka, so he makes something of himself.
You keep an eye on him yourself.
And take care of my parents, so they don't end up alone in their old age.
We'll take you to Moscow. You'll get a bone marrow transplant. You will live. You must live.
Nadia.
Quiet. Say no more. It's my fault. I'm the one who talked you into it.
But I made my decision.
That's not true. That's all a lie. It can't be true.
Sergeant Buryatov came to Pripyat in the first days of May. He could not presume that he will be sucked into the middle of political hustle between KGB and scientists from government commission. As far as my information shows, he did not step into collaboration with any side of the conflict. During the evacuation of the village of Zamoysha, Sergeant Buryatov made a rather controversial decision. When some residents refused to leave their homes, he tried to persuade them to leave voluntarily. Ultimately, however, the most wayward kulaks were removed with the use of force anyway. Apart from the revolt of the evacuees, there was one more incident in Zamoysha. One of the villages absorbed a lethal dose of radiation. Fortunately, Sergeant Buryatov did not succumb to the manipulations of the locals and immediately notified the appropriate services about the accident. Sometime after the events in Zamoysha, Sergeant Buryatov received an order to disable the Duga radar control devices. On site, he came across traces of deserters who, instead of protecting the facility as ordered, abandoned their positions. In those circumstances, Comrade Buryatov behaved as he should and kept this entire unpleasant event as a secret. Just before the end of Sergeant Buryatov's service in the zone, Dr. Karalieva persuaded him to join the intelligentsia dissident. When corium was found, scientists decided to study it. However, they needed help obtaining samples, so they used Comrade Buryatov. Unfortunately, obtaining corium turned out to be much more difficult than expected. Long-term exposure caused Sergeant Buryatov to suffer from acute radiation sickness. Disgracefully exploited by university dissidents, he died after a few days in Hospital Number 6 in Moscow. Due to Sergeant Buryatov's subversive attitude, it became obvious that his son could not start the military career. However, one day a sun has shined on the boy. Probably out of remorse, Karalieva decided to help him get an education. In 2001, Fyodor Sergeyevich Buryatov defended his doctorate diploma at the University of Kiev. Lieutenant Boyko, despite his great attachment to his family, did not abandon his man in the moment of greatest test. Knowing that it could cost him his life, he stood shoulder to shoulder with his subordinates. He was with them in the hardest moments, encouraging them. And you know what, comrade? He paid the ultimate price for it.
What about you, Mr. Tupin?
Major Tupin. Unfortunately, my inept principal blamed his failures on me. The Politburo was looking for those responsible, so I turned out to be the perfect scapegoat. I was then sent to serve in Norilsk, deep in the Asian part of Russia. But not for long. Authority have always been in need for people like me.